Hi, Lee Phillips again. Yeah, I'm still a lawyer. Don't hold that against me. Actually, I'm a liar. That's Texan for attorney. I'll go down and see your liar, right? I want to talk to you for a minute about scams. I've had 3 or 4 people in the last week or two come to me, and they've been scammed. One of them, the individual was a nationally noted speaker, which I've been, and I know the guy. And he's talked people into giving him money, and he would take the money and he would buy a piece of real estate, and he'd split it with you. You'd own half of it, he'd own half of it, and he'd even put up half the money, supposedly. And he did this for a number of years, and then it didn't quite work out right, and then he started to take John's money and give it to Paul because he was paying him back, and you know the pyramid that goes on. And everybody lost everything. And a lot of people lost millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars at least. I talked to a lady this week. Her husband had met this guy online, and that had a long relationship. And the guy was trading in crypto. He was doing really well. And the husband gave their entire retirement $400,000 account to this guy to invest in crypto. Guess what? The guy was very patient and had nurtured, had groomed the husband for months. And he took the $400,000, end of discussion, he was gone. They lost it all. The people who were investing in the real estate lost it all. If you're dealing with an individual, don't give them any money. I guess that's the only way I can say it. Everybody that I've known over the years, the individual has taken the money and going to invest in this or this little company or do that. And I've invested in a couple little companies myself. Did I make any money? No. Did I lose my money? Yes. But it wasn't a big amount of money to me. So if you're not investing with somebody who is SEC approved, the federal government's got their hooks in them, and even then you can get burned. But these individuals, I looked at this one deal with the real estate early on. I said, this is a security. They said, we don't have to worry about complying with security. We're not that big, blah, blah, blah. Well, to the people who lost their full retirement and $1 million, that was big. And so I guess my advice is going to be, don't deal with individuals. Don't give anybody your money. It just doesn't work, guys. Stick to the big boys, the ones that are established. I mean, the big brokerage houses and that sort of stuff. We know who they are. And even at that, I've seen individuals in the insurance companies. You pay the money for the insurance program or whatever it is. The agent takes the money. Now, the agent is violating all kinds of laws when he does that. But I've seen that happen. I saw a guy who I knew very well in the insurance industry take millions of dollars and not give it to the insurance company. He got away with it for a few months, but and he lived really high for a couple of months, and finally he got caught. So, but the people who had given him the money, it didn't work, and he'd say, look, don't have the money, don't have the check made out to XYZ insurance company. Make the check out to me, I'll deposit it, we'll take care of it. Well, no, it didn't work. If you make the check out to XYZ insurance company, it's probably going to go to XYZ insurance company. The guy can't take that money and deposit it in his own account. In theory, anyway, the bank won't let him do that. So don't pay an individual money. I guess that's the message I've gotten over the last few weeks when I've been talking to people about how they've been scammed. And it happens to all of us. I know it does. But just think, who am I dealing with? And I don't care how damn good they look. How good the deal is. In fact, the better the deal, the bigger the scam. So if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And I don't care if the guy's nice or not. I'm not giving him my money. Lee Phillips talking on scams that I'm seeing people fall into. Try and stay out of them, guys.